Welcome back, everyone. And here's your email marketing tip number 3 today, calculating return. Oh, yes, this is one of my favorite topics because it involves my number one thing, which is stats. Yes, I do love those stats. Okay, so we're talking about return today, and there's a lot of ways to calculate return. And this is actually one of the biggest mistakes that I see so many businesses make, is that they do not try to optimize their return on email, right? So you have these businesses that are so unbelievably successful at gathering leads on the front end. They're optimizing, they're doing everything they can to optimize that lead on the front end. But the minute it comes on the email side, basically everything they've learned just goes right out the window, right? So, and unfortunately, that's not your fault. I do definitely blame the email service providers of the world, unfortunately. So the great thing is today, you're going to learn just one way that you can start to actually calculate your return on email. Now, there are a lot of ways to actually calculate your return on email. And there's so many different amazing ways to optimize on email. But today I'm going to start showing you the one metric that you should be using, which is basically your ECPM. Okay, now in the online world, this is known as the effective cost per mil. And sometimes this is also referred to in email marketing, sometimes too, as earnings cost per mil, okay? Because essentially what you're actually doing is you're actually trying to derive the earnings that you're actually going to generate going forward. So now the next step is actually calculating this ECPM. Calculating is really simple. So very simple. How do you calculate your ECPM? Very simple. What you need first before you can actually start with the calculations is you need to actually break down the number of emails that were sent divided by 1,000. So in this particular case, it's 1,163 divided by 1,000, and you get a 1.163. Okay, so now that you have that cent per mil, that's the column I'm keeping it in, you're going to take your revenue, really simple, and then you're just going to divide it by this cent per mil. And then you're basically going to get your ECPM. And in this particular case, the ECPM is $442.72. Yes, this is a very high ECPM. Now I'm basically going to show you next how to actually set your targets, your goals, to find out how successful you actually are. Because this is the beauty when it comes to email, is that you can actually decide how much return you want. Are you aiming for 200%, 300%, 1000%? You can have whatever it is that you want. That's the beauty. So next I'll show you that. All right, so now you're probably wondering, yeah, but what should be my optimal ECPM? Right? What should I be aiming for? What do I need to target in order for me to know how effective my email marketing campaigns are? And that's a great question, right? So let me sort of break it down for you this way first. So there's two things to consider when setting this target ECPM. And number one thing is the price that you're paying at your email service provider, right? So it's the cost per mil that you're paying for every email sent, okay? Now, it depends, okay? There's some email service providers that will charge you by the number of recipients and X and Y. Regardless, you need to break whatever it is that you're being charged by a cost per mil, right? You have to do that. You have to break it down. So let's just say your price per mil that it costs you right now to send out an email marketing campaign costs you $1.50. Okay, this is just an example. Okay, for every 1,000 emails sent, it costs you $1.50. Now let's just say your target is to have, I don't know, a 300% return. Okay, your target is a 300% return on all your email campaigns for a minimum. Okay, your minimum goal for you to be successful is 300. So what would that target ECPM be? Very simple. That would be basically $6, right? $6 gives you a target of 300%, right? If you're looking for an 800% return, right? 800% return, that's more like the returns I like to see. Your ECPMs would actually be $14. Okay, and to reach that 1,000% return on your email marketing campaigns, your ECPM would have to be about $16. Okay, so that's it. There is your email marketing tip number 3 today. And if you're looking for more ways to improve your email marketing, then join the Email Maverick Facebook group today. Thanks so much, guys.